Welcome back to the main events of Italian diplomatic activity. The event of the week was the official visit of the British monarchs, who arrived in Rome on Monday afternoon and stayed until their departure for Ravenna, second and final stop of their Italian trip on Thursday, April 10th. King Charles and Queen Camilla had a packed agenda and celebrated their 20th wedding anniversary in Italy. They were welcomed by President of the Republic Sergio Mattarella and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. A key moment took place on Wednesday, April 9th, when King Charles III delivered a speech at the Chamber of Deputies, an event of historic and diplomatic significance. Speaking partly in Italian, the British monarch emphasized the strong ties between Italy and the United Kingdom, which, as President Mattarella reaffirmed the same day during the state banquet at the Quirinale Palace, are stronger than ever.
Rappresenta elemento di fiducia.
It represents the element of trust, seeing confirmed the clear and convinced commitment of London, together with the European partners, in the protection of the international order, based on rules that together we have helped to establish and on whose safeguard a future of peace and security for humanity depends. These are complex and challenging objectives and concern the duty to leave to the younger generation a better world than today is, promoting a more sustainable future, protecting the environment and countering the threats deriving from the climate change.
Dal cambiamento climatico.
On the British state visit on April 9th, Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani met in Rome with his UK counterpart David Lammy. The two confirmed the excellent state of bilateral relations and announced plans to strengthen them through new partnership initiatives. In the presence of President Mattarella and King Charles III, Minister Tajani and Secretary Lammy took part in the roundtable discussion Clear Energy for Growth. Alongside Italian and British companies, Tajani emphasized the strong synergy between Italy and the UK on sustainability and the fight against climate change, as seen in their collaboration at the COP26 in Glasgow and in anticipation of the upcoming London Energy Security Conference. Another major topic this week was the US trade tariffs imposed on April 2nd and partially suspended by Trump 1 week later. On Monday, April 7th, Tajani attended the extraordinary Foreign Affairs Council in Luxembourg. We must avoid a trade war, which would go against our own interest, said the foreign minister. The top priority must be protecting our production system and our exports. Tajani described the US tariff suspensions as a positive signal, expressing hope for swift negotiations. The tariff issue is also expected to be on the agenda during Prime Minister Meloni's upcoming visit to the United States, scheduled for April 17th. Among the government's goals remains the expansion of markets for Italian exports. This is confirmed by Minister Tajani's trip to India and Japan from April 11th to 14th. India and Japan are key countries for Italy's foreign policy. Both are identified among the non-EU markets to be developed in the Italian Export Action Plan presented by the government, said Tajani. With New Delhi in particular, the Cotton Route project is underway, a connection from Italy to India via Israel and the Gulf. In the Indian capital, the foreign minister announced plans to convene a meeting in Trieste in the coming months with foreign ministers from all countries involved. On April 8th, Foreign Minister Tajani attended the first event of the new export mobilization campaign launched by the Foreign Minister in Caserta alongside Dutch counterpart Caspar Veldkamp. The initiative is a part of the fourth edition of the Vanvitelli Vanvita Roundtable. Among these themes discussed, particular focus was given to technological innovation, considered a key factor for European competitiveness and progress in the manufacturing and agricultural sectors, fields of excellence for both Italy and the Netherlands. The initiative, promoted by the Italian Institute of International Affairs and the Dutch think tank Klingendael, aims to strengthen dialogue between Italy and the Netherlands on shared strategic interests, also at the civil society level. On April 10th in Rome, the conference Dialogue, Trust, Peace, Security in the World was held, organized by the Italian Institute for Asia and the Embassy of Turkmenistan in Rome. Attending were Italian Deputy Foreign Minister Edmondo Cirielli and Turkmen Deputy Foreign Minister Ahmet Gurbanov, following a bilateral meeting focused on their countries' relations. On April 9th, the Italian Embassy in Madrid hosted the event Nuclear Fusion, Prospects and Challenges for Planetary Decarbonization, as part of the 2025 Italian Research Day in the world. Participants included representatives from the research sector and 15 of the main Italian and Spanish companies in the field. In the opening speech, Ambassador Giuseppe Buccino Grimaldi highlighted the strong commitment of both Italy and Spain to nuclear fusion projects, both multilateral and bilateral. The Italian ambassador to Mali, Stefano Dejak, together with Giovanna Grandi, Regional Director of the Italian Agency for Development Cooperation, and Mali's Minister for Food Security, Ridouane Ag Mohamed Ali, took part in the delivery of a shipment of food supplies to orphanages in Bamako, Koutiala, and Donetska. This delivery is part of a humanitarian and project for crisis-hit populations in Mali and Senegal, financed by Italian cooperation with 4.1 million euros. And that's all for now. Thanks for your attention and stay tuned.